Mr. the member of the ECB board and chairman of the Eurosystem high-level task force on the digital euro, dear Mr. Piero Cipollone, Mr. the head of financial sector department of the French Treasury, dear Mr. Christophe Bory, Mr. the Director General Currency and Resale Payments of Banque de France, Dick Eric Lacourage, not Mr. in this case, Eric directly, Mr. the Deputy Director General of the French Banking Federation, Mr. François Lefebvre, and Mrs. Director of Digital Euro at ECB, dear Mrs. Whitlock, dear panelists of the two round table, dear friends of France Payment Forum, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and thank you for being with us today in this dark auditorium, as we will have a cold but very sunny day outside today. Thank you for participating in this first conference in Paris about digital euro and the future of payment in Europe. We have, at France Payment Forum, already organized some round table on this issue during our events, and we produced a position paper 3 years ago. And now the situation is not the same. The situation has changed. And for sure, we will organize other conferences like this one in the coming months and years. France Payment Forum has a very good pleasure to welcome all of you. And I would like to thank particularly the European Central Bank and Mr. Cipollone to propose us to organize this meeting. It's a great honor. And if I could add, a great bet. Thank you, sir. For us, it is a great recognition of all the work we have done with all my friends here for more than 13 years to ensure that European issues are at the heart of the French payment strategy and to build together the future of the payments in Europe. Today, we will try to debate digital euro and the future of payments in Europe. We must listen to each other, and we must understand each other, because there is no other way of building a competitive European market. I hope this conference will modestly contribute to a consensus and will open the way for a private-public cooperation about payments in Europe, as today. Before entering in our subject, let me mention that 30 years ago, not exactly 30 years ago, 30 years ago, 2 months and 1 day, in the 14th of March 1995, I went to Brussels for a meeting with the European Commission team in charge of preparing the changeover to the single currency, still called EQ. And the team told me the main issue. In the Maastricht Treaty, we have decided to change for a new single money in 1987. 1987. So, 2 years more. And the bank answered us that is impossible. Why? How could you explain us this situation, and how we could find a scenario for this major political and financial event in evolution? It's impossible to postpone, to bypass, as the treaty was adopted by referendum in some countries. I explain my point of view. I propose a scenario quickly adopted by Mr. Thibault Silgui, and 3 months after, in June 1995, the European Commission published a green paper. And 6 months later, all the heads of state and government of the monetary zone gathered in Madrid, the 15th of December 1995. When we prepare for that in the spring 1995, we have 3 main ideas. The first one is we need a success. and then a stronger Q. The second, we need a success, and for that, a consensus between all the stakeholders. And the third one, we need a success and then a lot of communication. And then I have proposed a scenario that you know, a changeover process that begins 3 years after, in 1999, with a large amount, wholesale euro, to create a financial critical mass, and to leave enough time, 3 years more, so 6 years after the adoption of the scenario in Madrid, for preparing the retail phase and manufacturing coins, banknotes, etc., and for organizing communication. For the large amount, wholesale, it is easy because there were only 1 million persons around the table. Whereas for the retail euro, there are 350 million European citizens. And for this scenario, we get a total consensus between all the stakeholders, and we organize more than 500 meetings all around Europe with citizen companies. Today, we must keep in mind that 30 years ago, in December 1995, the European countries has adopted the Madrid scenario from the changeover to euro. Even if the situation today is not the same and could be more dramatic, we have to keep that in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, today, we have the same challenges and the same responsibility as in 1995. Thank you.